back, and this is the point where we talk about something topical in the society, and we want to talk about drug abuse. According to what we saw from the NDLEA page on Sunday, 14.3 million Nigerians between the ages of 15 and 64 take illicit drugs in 1 year, and this is because a lot of people have easy access to it and they see it as being cheap, and so they get it from informal markets, especially from the communities, from those who think some people are even selling it and you don't even know they are selling those drugs. So we want to look at the new trend in drug abuse. Why do you think that this option in the way people take illicit drugs, and why you think we should talk about it again? Because the number of young people we see from the analysis is alarming. So we have an advocate in the house who will be talking about that with us on the program. We have Rosemary Awojobi, a drug-free advocate. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Now, with this number that NDLEA came about, I know you are on the field already, and you are in a foundation association that goes to the communities to sensitize people against illicit drugs. This number, is this something surprising to you?
It's quite alarming, and it's increasing by the day.
So it's true?
It's true, yes. The first question I would want everybody to ask each other is that, what is drug abuse itself? When we talk about drug abuse is not just about the illicit drugs. It's not just about the hard drugs that people call. Drug abuse is any substance at all that is taken which is hazardous and dangerous to the health. And this can be categorized in several ranges. One, we have those that people call how would I call it? It helps them to sedate them.
Tranquilizers.
Yes. There are some that they use for sedation. There are some that they use for hyper, to make them feel hyper. We call those ones psychoactive drugs. All these psychoactive substances are things that people take in forms of food. Some inhale them, and this is becoming legal because some of these drugs are drugs that can be gotten in the pharmacies, even across the counter. That people are not even putting their mind to that. Okay, it is unhealthy. It is not good. In form of food, when we talk about drugs in form of food, we talk when you go to parties now, some of those cocktails, they are being mixed with several drugs.
They call them different names.
And it's so enticing that even if you're not careful, at the taste of it, you will be drawn to it. But so many harmful substances have been added to those drugs. And this has made it a bit difficult for bodies like NDLEA to fight them. And for us to fight it, we need to go to the grassroots. Let people understand what drug abuse is.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Rosemary. You talked about some of these drugs are regular medications that we could even get over the counter. As a drug-free advocate, would you, is this something that, because if it is possible for us to get it over the counter, isn't that too dangerous?
Yes, I would explain that. There are some prescribed drugs that are meant for certain issues. So, like now, if I should go to the pharmacist and tell the person I want to buy a paracetamol. A paracetamol is even a drug that you can get from even somebody that is not a chemist.
The outside guy who just opened the kiosk or something.
So with that, people abuse paracetamol. You see people telling you, if I use 2 paracetamol, is not okay for me. I must use 3. We have people that use 6.
Yes. People that use 4.
Okay.
People use 4.
That's drug abuse.
That is the exception. And again, even these children, they no longer take the ones you can see with your physical eye. Some inhale them.
Wow.
Like these paints, what do they call it? These paints, what these paints are used to disinfect their paints. They infect it to make them feel high.
Wow.
Some
nail removers.
People use nail removers. They use paint.
And they are chemicals.
They are chemicals.
And it's been inhaled to
Even some people, even in the north, we heard that some people they go to soak away and inhale them just for them to be high.
Yes. I deal with children a lot. I wanted to know this. You've talked about drugs, and it gets to me that, yes, people can abuse drugs anyhow. But I wanted to know, number one, at what age should we start drug education? And then, what sign can we see in a child, and we know that, okay, this child is into illicit drugs?
Thank you. As a parent, drug education for every child should start at the point that the child knows that, okay, this is what is right and this is what is wrong. When you see every prescription in any drug, you see take away from children or something like that.
Keep away
from children. It's always written in every drug, because some children, maybe because the drug is sweet, maybe because whenever I take the drug, I like how I feel. Any child can start getting addicted to that drug. Let me cite an example. This what is it called? This syrup that we do give children so that they can eat. I'm sorry. Multivitamin. Some children,
Cough syrup.
not even cough syrup, all those multivitamins. Some children, when their parents are not around, they will go there. They will take it to the fullness as if they are eating food. And because of that, because when I take that drugs, I eat a lot of food. Some children, they naturally get addicted to it. That's an extent that if they do not use that drugs, they won't eat. So drug education for drug abuse should start at the moment that the child knows that A is for apple, B is for ball.
So let's go to the issue of illicit drugs. We know that drug abuse is different from taking illicit drugs, and these illicit drugs are majorly seen among those young adults, and sometimes they hide, sometimes they do not hide. What do you think is the cause of this illicit drug in the society? How can we stop it? Is it possible with the increasing number that can we stop it at this point?
Presently, we can only reduce it. We can only reduce it by giving education to these students. We've so many NGOs have put it upon themselves to go to schools, to go to communities, to educate them. Because some of them are doing it because of peer pressure. They actually don't know what it entails. But by the time you start educating them, to let them know that when you use this, there are so many risks attached to it, such as kidney failure. It even damages the brain. That is why most illicit drugs, we call them psychoactive, because psychoactive are drugs that when they mix with the blood, they transfer straight to the brain and affect the nervous system. And what do they do with the nervous system? Is that they break it down. They make some people totally dependent on people. They can't do anything except they see people that help them. Some will just be looking at you. Whatever you are saying, they'll just be looking at you like moron. So we need to start telling them that this is the adverse effects
of drugs. Sorry, as Madam Rosemary, sincerely, I got to understand something now. I need to start it as early as even when they're in, KG2, and they are talking. They can say, "I want to eat biscuits." Since they know how to say that, so we have to take them, to know what to take and what not to take. Now, as a parent, there was a time they brought a child to me. The boy was in visit 6 from another school. The boy has started taking, I don't know what he was taking, but I noticed it. He has puffy eyes, that he has taken something. And he couldn't go to school. Yeah, he couldn't go to school, so they brought this boy to me. But he was this quiet boy, quite obedient. He doesn't steal. So I took him in, and he stayed with me until he finished. I have to enroll him in my school. Then along the line, I found out that the father, the siblings, they are into, the father, it's like the father smokes and all that. So how can, there are some fathers, parents that takes those things, I don't know how to say, how can they
control? Yeah.
It's trying to infiltrate into these children, and charity, they say, begins at home.
Yes.
Charity begins.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I would say every child, they inculcate what they see from their parents.
Definitely.
So
I mean, your
most
parents
times,
is your first role model.
Yeah, exactly. So most times, parents are the first picture they look at to model their lives. For instance, a child that lives in a very, very abusive home, bring the child to a school. Is either the child is a bully or a very, very toxic. So, for every parent, things you know that are not right, please try as much as possible to take it away from your children. Children learn how we talk. When you see a child that, some children when they come, all these vulgar languages and the rest, check their parents. These are parents that will tell their children, blast, blows, call them names. So they see it as norms. So
I remember my 3-year-old one day, I said, call me your daddy. He got there, I said, babe, my mom is calling you. I called you that. Babe, my mom is calling you.
So,
definitely.
So, I mean, I think I agree with you. However, I would like you to give us some tips. I mean, some signs and symptoms for us to be able to look out for, because especially with our teenagers these days, some of them are in the boarding house. Some of them, when they come back, you see them, their attitude kinds of switch, and you're wondering, are you taking drugs? Are you high? But in the real sense of it, maybe you are just saying it to make them feel uncomfortable, because of course, you know, they have this, what's the word now?
This teen attitude as well, as they are growing, there's this attitude that always the teenagers show, especially at the age of 13, 14, 15, going to 16, 17.
They feel nonchalant. So how do you differentiate from a child who is just being a teenager and a child that who is
experimenting drugs?
I will start this. You should be your child's best friend.
Okay.
I know it is a very, very thin line for parents to cross.
Definitely.
But it is a must. Gone are those days that you like, well, it's your teacher's problem. Every child, I'm sorry, can I speak Yoruba?
You are free, a little bit.
A little bit. There's this adage that my father used to say before he passed. He would say, down on Loruko family. Commit
a crime.
You are committing a crime.
You go to jail.
But if you are going to jail, that is when you are telling the child, don't do this, don't do this. I have asked you not to do this, so if you do this and anything happens, killing is the family's name. But if they are going to jail anybody, you are the one involved.
Your first name will be there.
So you are the one. My father is not going to go to the jail. You are the one that commit the crime. So every parent should know that they are responsible for the attitude of their children. Whatever you want your child to be, don't leave the work to the teachers alone. Don't leave the work to it's for my husband. Don't leave the work to the other ones will take care. You yourself move closer to them. A mother should know the numbers of clothes your child has. You should know how this child behaves when he is healthy. You should know how this child behaves when he is weak. You should know when this child talks this way, there's something wrong. Our parents then, even when you are looking, they can tell you where you're coming from. And before you know it, you start saying things that you don't even want to say. Because they know how to capture our mind. But our parents these days, they are just nonchalant. We are in the civilized world. So when you see a child that is at home that is oversleeping, it starts from there, especially the girls. Sorry to pushing this. Gone are those days that we used to believe that it is only guys that use drugs. The rate of ladies, young girls that are into drugs now is almost equivalent to that of boys.
Wow.
When you go to all these local areas, when you see people that smoke weed, you will be surprised when you see a lady, the way she will snort it, spill it out, you'll be marveled. So we should capture the act of, let them be your friend. Talk to them, know their body languages, know when they are weak, know when they are happy, know how to talk to them so that they can say what is on their mind. And most of these children, they go into drugs because of depression. because they don't have people to talk to. They want to shy away from so many things.
So what are the efforts you're making to make sure that the society is a bit, freer from drugs?
We educate them. We tell them the adverse effects of drugs.
Is there a rehabilitation center for them?
We have rehabilitation centers for them.
Where accommodation, you pick them from the street?
Yes.
Okay.
In conjunction with NDLEA.
Okay.
And we have some bodies that took it upon themselves. For instance, I work for President Jewel's Foundation, but I'm here on the note of Ashwaju Wahab Foundation. He is fully into drug abuse rehabilitation. And people like him, they have centers, they bring them from the streets, take them to school, take them to learn jobs, move them back home.
And there are good results of case having.
And they don't go back, they don't relapse.
There's been a case of relapse, yes, I wanted to
relapse, yeah.
There is, and there will always be.
Okay. So what do you do at that point?
At that point, we just need to keep intensifying. That is why it is not the work of just one person.
Yeah.
As I am doing it, you will do it also. When you see somebody that you see, this person is improving, to an extent it's like maybe the environment, maybe the association, maybe the house. Because it's not everything that we would see. Definitely we educate them, we tell them things that are right and are not right. Our own is to bring them back home. But that home they are coming back to, we don't know what is going on there. So it's the function of the people in that house to tell us things that are happening behind the camera.
And then, there's a follow-up.
Okay, now the communities should be blamed also. Why do I say that? Those centers or those spots that the young people are sitting are located in a community. How do we fish them out from that, or flush them out from those communities? Because some children are from a good home, but when they pass through that area, often they want to try what they are trying, and they see that maybe some see it as a recreational facility, and they want to join. Joining and coming out is not the same thing.
Sure. We are trying our best because we can only sensitize.
You can't force anybody.
We can't force anybody. Even under the law, we just keep intensifying our efforts.
Okay, intensifying. Now let's talk to mothers. A lot of people who say mothers look away these days, and when it comes to building their children, a lot comes on the table of women. Now, what is the role of women now in ensuring that they know their children in total? According to what you have said, the countenance of your child you should be able to depict what it reads. What is the role of women?
And that was why I asked for some of the symptoms earlier. She mentioned oversleeping, and I was expecting that she would add more, and so that we can always, because the truth is, when you say mothers, what if the mother doesn't even know what to look out for?
Okay. I mentioned oversleeping. There are some that is not even when you see that a child is becoming hyper than how he or she used to be. A child that may be on the norms, when you're talking, yes ma, and the next thing you're talking, she's like, as in, what do you mean?
Some children are the formative age. When they are coming, it's more or less a little part of their attitude to be able to reply back, especially back to you. I don't think, I do see, I deal with little children a lot. I know some of them, I will ask them, when your mother is talking, you're talking back, they talk at least as 7, 8, 9 times.
There are different responses.
Definitely.
So when you're talking to a child and his child is attending to you in a very rude way, you would know. And you know your child. You can have 3 children. The 3 children cannot be the same.
Yes, definitely.
You know the one that is quiet. You know the one that is hyper. You know the one that is, when you see anything, let it go.
Yeah, I have this question.
Just start before.
What are the names of these lighter illicit drugs that these children can easily get in contact with? And then finally, how are the government trying to clamp down those points of sales?
The government is trying, and here the NDLEA, they are trying also. Some drugs like codeine, some drugs like tramadol, they are being banned. Banned meaning that they cannot be sold as over-the-counter drugs.
But they are just
sell somewhere because they are drugs used for specific illness. So you can only get those drugs if you have doctor's prescription.
And now a lot of
remember,
forged doctor's prescription.
Even if you are not forging the doctor's prescription, we have some people that are illegally selling them.
Yeah, they are bringing it in.
And these people are the people that we are praying that God
will touch their heart.
Are you sure God alone can do this?
All right, on that note, we want to close. I want to thank you so much, Rosemary Awood,
thank you very much.
a drug-free advocate, for talking about drugs and the new trend in all of these. And I hope that the symptoms that some parents are listening and they got to the symptoms they should look at for. When it comes to pressure, you can't don't know. You can't limit it. You can't determine how your child can be pressured, but you can continue talking to them on what they should do and be prayerful and what they should do in the society and watch them closely. That is what she talked about. So I want to thank you so much for coming on the program. Thank you for your time. And my ladies too, Tomisi.
Thank you,
thank you for coming, love it. Thank you for coming. And everybody who works behind the scene, thank you for the day's job. And our viewers, thank you. And next week, one day promises to be another interesting one, as we'll be coming in with a full basket of goodies from around the world segment.